So I've been thinking about the ways in which the language of disability justice has been co-opted by some people when talking about generative AI tools. And it was always disingenuous, right? But I was thinking about it the other day and I realized that actually what it boils down to is a word problem. Because mostly what these people say is, you know, these generative AI tools make art accessible for me. I can't do XYZ, so I use this generative AI tool. That means I can do it. But that's not actually a question of accessibility. That's a question of ease. What they mean is ease. I want it to be easy for me to do these things, not I can't do them any other way. Because like in the context of drawing, right? A lot of people will say things like, well, I can't draw, so I use generative AI to draw pictures. Well, you could draw, actually. You could learn to draw. It would take probably a while. It would take some time. It would take some effort. It'd probably be difficult, but you could learn to draw. You don't want to. You don't want to put effort into it. You want to go from 0 skill to 100 skill without having to do any of the stuff in between. And that's not accessibility. That's ease. And I think that this is super related to our whole culture of convenience and ease, right? Like nobody wants to put effort into anything ever, even their own lives. And the idea that having to put effort into anything is somehow oppression, right? Being asked to actually think, being asked to actually learn a skill, right? Which, like, drawing is a skill that you can learn. Being asked to actually do things is oppressive. And the actual goal of life is to do nothing, to put no effort forward and to do nothing. So, I don't know, I'm just like thinking about this. And we've misconstrued something being difficult with something being inaccessible, right? It's not inaccessible to draw. It's actually more inaccessible to use generative AI to draw things, because in order to have generative AI, you need to have electricity, you need to have a computer, you need to have internet. Sometimes you need to pay for the tool itself. Whereas with drawing, you just need a pencil. You need a pencil and a piece of paper, or not even that, because there's people doing like earthworks and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's not accessibility. It's that I want everything to be easy for me. I don't want to have to learn anything or put any effort forward. That's the through line that we just keep having. This, like, I don't want to put any work into anything. And asking me to put work into my life is immoral. Is whatever ism, right? Anyways, I was just thinking about that, because accessibility and ease are different words for a reason, right? Accessibility issues do exist. There's lots of them, actually. But generative AI doesn't solve those issues. Actually, in a lot of ways, I'd say it exacerbates them, right? Because AI is fundamentally regressive. It has to look backward because it can only come up with, you know, things that are in its training data, right? So that's not going to solve a problem that we haven't solved already. Anyways, whatever. I'm gonna have breakfast.